Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0. And yes, we'll take the 3 points, but there's a hell of a lot of work to do as far as Arsenal and Manchester United are concerned. Before we start, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and make sure you are following our sponsors for this video, OK Jersey. Link is in the description. You'll see the logo here. Replica shirts. If you don't want to go spend your mad money on what it is worth for Arsenal, Manchester United, England shirts, then please make sure you do click on the link in the description, and you will get them for a hell of a lot cheaper. So if you haven't got your kit yet, go sort yourself out. OK Jerseys will sort you out. I wish Arsenal would have been sorted out today, and I understand we got 3 points and there was a lot of positives in terms of the actual 3 points, going to Old Trafford, winning again narrowly, being defensively resolute. There's a lot of positives in terms of that, but can we really say there was a lot of positives going forward? I don't know that there was, if I'm honest, guys. I've got to be honest. There's question marks about how our style of football is going to result in us winning a trophy this season. Playing the way we are at the moment, I've got massive question marks about the style of play. I really have. And I understand that we want to try and keep things difficult to beat. We want to be a side that's difficult to beat. I understand we're going more defensively resolute and compact again, and I don't know, I just feel like we get the ball at the moment of Arsenal and I don't see like anything's going to happen. I feel like I'm questioning ourselves going forward again. I feel like there's a massive stumbling block when it comes to the final third at Arsenal Football Club right now, and it doesn't matter whether it's Madueke or Martinelli or Gyökeres or Havertz or Saka or Nwaneri. It ain't really happening for me. I've got to look at Mikel Arteta. I've got to look at the style. I've got to look at what he's trying to achieve. And I appreciate that this might not be a good game to kind of go off the back of, because Manchester United is a very difficult side to face, and I don't really care what Man United it is. It's a different Manchester United this season. It's not one that's 15th. It's new signings, it's new players. It's the first game of the season. Ruben Amorim is still obviously trying to get the best out of his team, and I feel like Mikel Arteta is trying to get the best out of his. And look, let's start with the team news. I wasn't massively shocked. It was pretty much what I expected, other than one player, and that's of course Jurrien Timber. Now, Calafiori started at left back, and I actually thought he was one of the better players on the pitch. I was quite impressed by him today. I don't think that there's ever been a question mark on him on the ball, but certainly defensively and positionally, I've never been a massive fan, if I'm honest. I think positionally there's always been massive question marks. I think also when you look at what Calafiori is like when it comes to his attacking attributes, they've certainly been better than his defensive ones. And again, he scored another goal today. I think that's 3 or 4 goals that he scored now for Arsenal. And he's a defender, and people forget that. People forget that we bought him to strengthen our defence, to take us to that next level. And I thought at left back today, it was surprising to see him start ahead of Lewis Skelly, and also for me, I probably would have played Jurrien Timber there. There was no doubt that Ben White deserved to play at right back. I think in terms of the pre-season, he's been probably one of our better players defensively. But I think when you look at Ben White defensively, he's always been pretty good. Obviously started as a centre-back, went to right-back and has been good at right-back then. But I think his overlapping with Saka is something that we wanted to see more. I don't think we got that today. I just don't think we did get that today. I think there was definitely a couple of times where there was a potential for it to happen and it didn't quite work out. I thought Saliba was brilliant again. I've got to be honest. I think Saliba's one of our best players. I think when you look at everybody and you said, right, we're going to lose players, name them on who you think is going to leave, or who you don't mind leaving, I think Saka and Saliba will be the two that people leave last. I really do, because I just don't think he's replaceable. I think he's been great. I really do. So let's go to it. 1 to 11. David Raya, an unbelievably world-class fingertip save that people might not remember or talk about in this game, but I think it should be mentioned if it's not going to be tonight on Match of the Day, because for me, when I look at it, I think that is a massive, massive key moment in the game, which Cunha, let's be real people, he thought it was in. Yeah, Mateus Cunha thought that goal was going in and it was the net was going to ripple. And it is a literal fingertip, like little smidge of a save, but it's so important. And look, David Raya is a top quality goalkeeper. There's no doubting about that. He drives me insane, however, with how casual he is at times, with how much time he thinks he has on the ball. It is a frustrating thing, I've got to be honest. So, look, I've got to be honest with you. There's no real doubt I have in my mind about David Raya being number 1. There's no, like, get him out of goal. I just have a bit of frustration at times at how casual we can be. And it frustrates me because it doesn't need to be. Sometimes get it down long. Sometimes put it out if you have to be. It doesn't make you look bad. It's because the defender's giving you a suicidal back pass or whatever it be. Sometimes he puts me under pressure and it frustrates me. Ben White, I've mentioned, thought he had another half-decent game. Calafiori started, thought he had a good game. And then we go to the goal. Now, the goal was set piece again, Ale. And as much as that's frustrating at times, because people get to a stage where they want to see us more on the ball, and we'll come back to that. I actually thought it was a really good corner from Declan Rice. A player who I didn't think was good today. I've got to be honest, I didn't think he played amazing today, Declan Rice. He's not somebody I look at and think, wow. Yeah, I don't think he's really had the game that I would be expecting. I thought, yep, dropped deep, looked better when it comes to the kind of positioning. I didn't think he was great today. I thought there was a few wayward passes. I thought he was a bit sloppy, if I'm honest with you. But it certainly wasn't from the corner. I thought it was an excellent corner. And then a brilliant goal from Calafiori. And we go 1-0 up. And if I'm honest, I think we shocked Man United a bit, really. Because I don't think we really got playing. If I'm honest with you, for that first 20 to 25 minutes, I don't think the ball was ever played on the floor. I think it was literally launched from one box to another. I think both teams looked shaky. Both teams looked nervy. Both teams didn't look ready. And I kind of expected to see that for the majority of the game, if I'm honest. We move into midfield, and I think Zubimendi has definitely been one of Arsenal's best signings. I think he's been excellent in pre-season, and I thought today, when he gets on the ball, it looks like Arsenal are actually going to try and make something happen. But then we start to come to some of the negatives, and if I'm honest with you, all of our front line today was a negative. Whether it's Gyökeres, whether it's Saka, whether it's Martinelli or Madueke, whether it's Marino who came on, whether it's Kai Havertz. It just ain't working. There's something wrong with our attack. And the final third right now is a massive issue for Mikel Arteta. And it's an area of the pitch that I need to see change. I haven't seen enough of it yet. Whether it's pre-season, back end of last season, majority of the last 18 months, there's been an issue in the final third at Arsenal. And I'm frustrated watching it. I know that the fans must be. I get to a period of time where I think, right, make something happen. Let's do it. Let's go left. Let's go right. Through the middle, let's put that through ball. And I'm not seeing it. Let's start with Martin Ødegaard. He's our captain, and he looked a little bit sharper today. But you know what? He frustrated the hell out of me. I've got to be honest with you, in terms of his lack of decision-making again. There's times he should have shot. There's times he did shot and it was poor. There's times he should have passed and he had a shot. There's times that he just should have delivered earlier and he got tackled. I was frustrated by Martin Ødegaard today. I really was. And I can't believe he lasted 90 minutes. He had a poor game. Sorry, he had a poor game. I don't care what anyone says. Declan Rice, I've questioned him, but I like Declan Rice. Martin Ødegaard, I've questioned him. I like Martin Ødegaard. Sometimes you've got to say it how it is, people. It was not amazing today when it got to the final third, and I think Ødegaard was a big problem with that. I can't believe even when he never got a game. I can't believe Marino come on instead of him. I can't believe Rice come off before Ødegaard. I understand he's his captain, but he's not his best player. Let's make this right. Your captain doesn't have to be your best player, by the way. Actually, it doesn't matter who you are on the pitch. If you're not having a good game, you need to come off. And I thought Ødegaard was poor today. I've got to be honest. Another player I thought was bad today was Bukayo Saka. I'm not denying the fact that Ødegaard and Saka don't stop trying. They give 110% till the end. But I wasn't massively impressed with either of them today. I don't think Saka managed to really pull much off. I mean, he was trying to come in inside and outside of the defence, but I didn't think it was great. And on the left, it was dead. Let's be real. That left-hand side is absolutely abysmal. We have to go and buy somebody now at the left wing. If he's not going to be Eze and he's going to Spurs, let's go and get Rodrigo. If it's not going to be Rodrigo, maybe it has to be a Lookman or a Leao, or maybe it has to be a Semenyo or a Matoma. But we have to go and get something better because Martinelli's not doing anything right now. And when Madueke come on, I weren't too impressed, people. I don't know about you. So there's issues there. Then let's talk about the number 9. I don't think Kai Havertz did much when he came on. I don't think he was going to lit up the place. I don't think he was going to be the guy that says, oh, you've lighted up the place and you've taken us to a new level. But seriously, he's on the floor more than I like to see. And Victor Gyökeres today, I thought he struggled. I've got to be honest, I don't think there was anything that he did great. He did a couple of bits where he out-muscled a couple of players, but I need to see this guy in the box more. And I'm starting to wonder whether we're going to get anything out of him, because the way that Mikel plays at the moment, it isn't going to be playing to his strengths, let me tell you that. He's got to change it up. He's got to. He just has to. And then we brought on Kai Havertz, and I don't think it changed much at all. So I see Waneri not getting a game. I want to be seeing him. I've got to be honest, I don't know if any of you guys did it, but when I looked at the bench, I'm like, right, is Max Dowman on it? Because he's a player that actually could lift us. So when I'm looking at Ethan as an 18-year-old and Max Dowman as a 15-year-old to try and lift the game, you've got to ask yourself, have you played well enough? Now, Manchester United actually looked a hell of a lot better than they did last season already. With Cunha and Mbeumo, they looked a hell of a lot more of a threat than they did with the likes of Garnacho and Højlund. Sesko came on, luckily he didn't score. But was anybody really looking at either of these sides thinking, wow, not yet. They don't look ready. They don't look fit enough. I don't think Arsenal look ready. Arsenal don't look much different than they have done in the last 12 to 18 months, and that's a big, massive concern. And the question for me is Mikel Arteta going to actually take us to that next level of style? Is he going to go back and revert to the 22-23 season everybody was scared of Arsenal about? Because I tell you this now, people, rival fans were looking at us back then going, they're scary. So look, we take the 3 points. It's difficult at Old Trafford. We move on now to Leeds at home next Saturday at 5:30. Hopefully we're going to see more of an attacking Arsenal, and hopefully we see more of a fit Arsenal as well, because there's a couple of players I don't know that they were today. Declan Rice looked off of it. Odegaard didn't have a great game. Saka didn't look himself. Martinelli very quiet. Not sure Gyökeres is quite ready yet. I've got to look at that performance and think that we'll take the 3 points and we'll move, but it wasn't anything to write home about or excite me. So that's where I'm at. People, do me a favour, hit like and subscribe. Make sure you're following today's sponsors, which are of course OK Jersey. Make sure you go click on the link in the description. Logo is there to see. And hit like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. We're out of here, people.